everybody, this is Cindy from Cincare Crochet Ministry. I'm coming to you again because I started to crochet this blanket and I posted the yarn that I'm using, the Cameron cakes, and I showed a picture of the blanket that I'm doing. And a lot of people was asking me the stitch that I'm using. Unfortunately, the stitch that I'm using is actually a mistake. It was supposed to be one stitch, and I actually missed a stitch, and I created this look. And I said, wow, I like this. But I didn't realize until I got almost to the end that I had made a mistake. And so I had to actually go all the way back and pull it out. But then I looked and I saw that some other locations was the same as the mistake I made, and I really liked it, which turned out to be this particular look. And so I'm going to show those who requested that I show them the stitch that I am using. Now, I'm at the very end. I wanted to start it at the end so that you could see how I started it off. So what I did is at the end, I took and went into the last stitch, which is here. And you're going to go in and you're going to make a chain stitch. And then you're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm going to turn this around and show you how I created my mistake that turned into this beautiful stitch here. I don't even know what to call it. I just know I'm doing shells inside of the same stitch. But what creates this stitch, and I'm going to show you, is that when I chain up this 3, I'm going to put 3 back into the same stitch, if you can see. Let me see if I can get some of that sun out of the way. And I'm going to put it back into the same stitch. And if you can see, I've already developed 4 chains inside of the same stitch here. Now, if you can see this last chain here, I was actually supposed to go into the top of that 3rd chain of that last stitch and do 4 double crochets into that last stitch. But my mistake was here. Instead of me going into this last double crochet, I didn't. I went in between the 2 shell stitches. If you could see, I went in between. You see that hole there? I went in between and went into there, and I went through and made a chain stitch, and then I chained up 3, and then I inserted 3 more double crochets into that same stitch. And that is actually what created that stitch. And so what I do is go back in between the loop again and go and make another chain stitch and chain up 3 and put 3 more inside, which would total 4. And this is how I am developing that shell that almost looks like the stitch of the crocodile stitch. The only thing with the crocodile stitch, you would have to do a whole level of V stitches and then come back and put 5 or 6 or how many ever you want double crochets or half double crochets on each side of that V stitch. And you can actually see that you have stitches on 2 different sides. But with this, it's just 1. But it creates a beautiful shell stitch. And the stitches actually come between each other. But I'm going to show you the difference how it would look if I was to go into the original stitch I was supposed to do. I was supposed to go into this stitch here and do the chain stitch and then do 3 up and then go back into that same stitch and do 3 more double crochets. And then I would go into the next one and do a chain stitch, chain up 3, and go back into that same exact stitch and do 3 more double crochets. Now I want to show you the difference. See the difference between those two and then the difference between over here? This becomes flat. It's a flatter look. And this here becomes buckled. So that was my mistake when I was supposed to go in the end of each of the last stitch. I went in the middle. And that's what created this little buckle look here, which I loved. So I'm not even doing the original stitch that I learned. I'm doing something else different. So this is how I do that stitch to all that wanted to learn what I did. And so I'll do a few more so that you can see. Oops, I have to come out of that one too because that was the one I was showing you the original stitch. We're going to go in between, in the middle. Chain up 3 and do 3 more inside of that stitch. Go in the middle. Do the 3 inside of that stitch. In the middle. And instead of going in this chain here, up at the top, at the 3rd chain up, we go in between each shell in the middle and do a single crochet and chain up 3 always, and then insert your other 3 double crochets into that same stitch. And it gives it a slanted look also, like it's on an angle. If you can see, it looks like it's on an angle. So that is the stitch, and I will show you this blanket when it is completed. It's going to be a king size blanket. See how long I've gotten it? See? It's going to be really pretty. And oh, I wanted to show you the yarn that I'm using. I'm using this, which is called a Cameron cake, and this is the yarn, and it comes in a lot of beautiful colors. I've even got it in this color as well, and the purple too. It comes in the blues, but it's all a variation of different colors together. It's not single. So until then, I will come back with you with the whole entire blanket on the bed when it's completed. So have a good day, and I hope you learned the stitch. And Cincare Crochet Ministry will see you the next time.